Good morning, students. Today your Mani sir is in front of you with a new topic, that is relatively lowering of vapor pressure due to non-volatile solute. In the previous topic, we have already studied about the vapor pressure of solution due to volatile nature, due to the substance having volatile nature. But today there is somewhat similar topic only, but we have to study the second case of the previous one, that is the vapor pressure of solution, but it exists due to the non-volatile solute and the volatile solvent. Okay, let us start. For example, already we know that to make a solution we need a minimum two type of component, that is a binary solution we can form, that is a solute and solvent. But in this case the solute is solid in state and having non-volatile nature, and the solvent is liquid in state and having volatile nature. Okay, but in the previous case we studied both the components which are added to make a solution are volatile in nature. So the total vapor pressure of the solution is due to both solute as well as solvent. But here to make a solution we use one of the component is non-volatile. That means the total vapor pressure of solution is due to only volatile, as we have already studied in the first topic, that the substance which are volatile in nature are only responsible for the vapor pressure of that component or vapor pressure of the solution. Okay, so according to that statement, when we add the two components, that is A and B, to make a solution, then the total vapor pressure of the solution is due to the only volatile component, which is A. Okay, here the volatile component A, that is solvent, and the non-volatile component, that is B, which is solute. But right now only I said that the substance which are volatile in nature is fully responsible for the vapor pressure. Okay, and that means the substance which are non-volatile does not create any vapor pressure. That means its partial vapor pressure is zero. Okay, but here not exists that the pure component, that there is no any such mixture in it. That means the pure component of the vapor pressure of the solvent does not equal to zero because it is volatile. But here this substance, the vapor pressure of this substance, this B, non-volatile, having non-volatile nature, is equal to zero. Okay, but when we add this both to make a solution, okay, then the vapor pressure is only due to the which component? A, because it is volatile in nature. But what the total vapor pressure is equal to the vapor pressure of the pure solvent only? No, actually it not like that. Pt does not equal to the vapor pressure of pure solvent. Why? Because the vapor pressure is a surface phenomena. Okay, but here we can see that in a surface there is not only a molecule of solvent molecule, there is no only solvent molecules are present in the surface. With them there are some non-volatile components, that is solute also present. Okay, so when we apply some heat or when we increase the temperature, then the solvent molecules which is volatile in nature get easily evaporated and create some vapor pressure. But in the surface there are some non-volatile components also present, that is some solute molecules are also present, which doesn't get evaporated. Okay, which doesn't get evaporated, and it also does not allow the solvent molecules below them to evaporate easily. So that's why, if in this case here in the surface suppose there are 8 to 10 molecules, that means vapor pressure is directly proportional to the mole fraction, that means number of molecules present on the surface and get evaporated. So similarly, in this case, compared to this vessel, in this vessel there are only some 5 to 6 molecules are present, and here there are 8 to 10 molecules are present. That means the vapor pressure created by 10 molecules is much more than that of the vapor pressure created due to the 5 to 6 molecules. So that means the total vapor pressure is somewhat less than that the original solvent molecules, vapor pressure created by the solvent molecules. So that's why the total vapor pressure is equal to the only vapor pressure of pure solvent, but does not equal to the value of the vapor pressure of the pure solvent. That means Pa is always less than that of the Pa naught. This is the actual concept here in this topic. That's why the topic name is vapor pressure less due to non-volatile solute. Okay, so what is the role of non-volatile solute? It itself doesn't get evaporated and does not allow the other substance, that means does not allow the volatile substance also to get evaporated. Okay, so let us prove the concept or the above statement. On applying Raoult's law, what is also already we have studied in the previous topic, that total pressure is directly proportional to the partial vapor pressure of the each volatile component present in that solution. That means here the total vapor pressure is directly proportional to only Pa. So that means Pa is proportional to how many number of molecules get evaporated. That means the mole fraction, that is Pa, is directly proportional to Xa. On removing the proportionality constant, that means it is K. Okay, but what is the value of K? This also we have already shown in the previous topic. Then also again just recall, when Xa equal to 1, that means the total vapor pressure is equal to the only vapor pressure of the pure solvent, that means Pa is equal to Pa naught. On substituting this value in the above equation, we get Pa is equal to Pa naught, that means Pa get converted into Pa naught, and K, that means it is K, and Xa equal to 1. Therefore we get the value K equal to Pa naught. And now this K equal to Pa naught, that means the second, when we substitute the value of the K in the first original equation, then we get Pa equal to Pa naught Xa. As we know, Xa plus Xb equal to 1, that means always the total mole fraction, the value of the total mole fraction is 1. That means on making subject as Xa equal to 1 minus Xb. Now then substituting this value of Xa in the third equation, we get Pa equal to Pa naught Xa के जगह पे अपने क्या रखा, 1 minus Xb. That means Pa equal to Pa0 minus Pa naught Xb. On making subject, why we have to make the subject as Pa0 Xb? Because we have to prove that it is somewhat less. So that's why Pa naught due to, and that is also due to non-volatile solute. So due to the mole fraction, due to the number of molecules, as how many number of molecules are present in the solution, as we increase the number of non-volatile solute particles, that means the more and more total vapor pressure of the solution will be less than that of the original one. Okay, so Pa naught Xp equal to Pa0, that is the original one. That means it is greater, it is more. Pa naught minus, that is Pa. From this we can say that this equation indicates the lowering of vapor pressure. Suppose here there are the vapor pressure is 10 mm. That means here it only indicates 6 mm. That means 10 minus 6, that is somewhat less. Okay, and when we make a subject as Xb, then we can write this equation as in this form also, that is Pa0 minus Pa upon Pa naught. But this difference is also called as change in vapor pressure. That is this equation also, this upper numerator value can be written as delta P also. So it is when we relate this difference with the original vapor pressure of the pure solvent, then it is called as relatively lowering of vapor pressure, which is called as RLVP. Okay guys, I think you all understand. If there is any doubt, then just call me or message me in the below mentioned number. Thank you.